I'm Behr. This is Marshall, and we're going to be telling you guys a little bit what it's like to be a combat medic.
A combat medic was established in World War II.
And it's been recognized as a career ever since then. Some duties of a combat medic. Combat medics are equipped to provide medical care in an operational or combat environment. Medics provide frontline trauma and medical care to deployed personnel. They care for those suffering from diseases as well as those injured in combat. Combat medics do not only work in the field / on missions. On base, combat medics are assigned a series of tasks daily depending on what is needed of them that day. Medics also work in military hospitals and clinics on land or on board.
What are the skills required to be a combat medic? Combat medics need to be fluent under pressure and be able to overcome obstacles, deal with adversity on the spot. Problems are constantly being presented to a combat medic on the battlefield and on base, so they need to be able to solve them quickly and efficiently without room for error.
Okay, so a little bit about like a combat medic's wardrobe. Combat medics wear the standard combat army uniform, an advanced combat helmet, and occasionally a long medic coat with gloves. And this is like what they would wear with their boots and their coat and their helmet. Go ahead and click it again. All medics carry an IFAC, or improved first aid kit, with a backpack equipped with the field essentials to save or preserve a life. So this is like a little bit what their backpack might look like. There's anything from like scissors in here to like tourniquets, taping stuff they like clean a wound and stuff like that. Maybe some food, who knows. So education. In order to become a combat medic, the first step is Army basic training. After this, combat medics are required to get an AIT, or Advanced Individualized Training, at the Army Department Center and School. AIT can last anywhere from 16 to 68 weeks, depending on your medical specialization you choose. Army basic training lasts 10 weeks. Once a combat medic has completed AIT, they are rank 68 Whiskey 10. Once a combat medic reaches the rank of sergeant, he could qualify as 68 Whiskey 20 and begins to work on preventative health care in non-combat situations. Once they reach staff sergeant, they qualify for 68 Whiskey 30 training for supervisory role in field and aid stations.
What's the salary and cost of education?
Teachers, please refrain from signing into Skyward at the moment. We will update you when we know more. Thank you.
It's $35,000 to $65,000 is the starting salary of a combat medic. If you join the Army's program before starting medical school, the military will cover 100% of your tuition and most education-related expenses for all 4 years. An in-service medic will be working for 12 hours a day unless deployed with a unit. But these 12 hours also include the time you're doing PT, eating, and training. Occasionally, so you'll really not be working 12 hours straight.
So some pros and cons of being a combat medic. Being a combat medic has many pros, actually. Some of them include the free schooling, so you can go to school for completely free. You don't have to worry about paying student loans or anything like that. You also live for free while you're deployed for those 4 years at a time, so you'll be able to save up all the money that you make. And the food while in service will be free too, so that goes along with living. You also learn a lot of practical medical skills while there. You learn how to save a life, and that builds skills that open many opportunities once you leave the Army. So you can like become like an EMT or a nurse or anything like that as soon as you leave. You also get paid a fair salary and potentially build pension and insurance benefits that will generate income after you leave. Some presumable cons of being a combat medic or any military position is the risk of injury or PTSD. But that being said, I think it's still a great career, and this is why you should be a combat medic.